You are the hiring manager for a business, and it is up to you to find and hire the most competent, trustworthy, and loyal person out there. So, how do you do it? And once you have done it, how do you keep them from leaving? As a former owner of a small business, I was tasked with this all too often. Finding the right person was hard enough, but then having to find ways to keep them was even more challenging. So let's talk about how to not only attract, but also retain talented employees, a skill that anyone in a position to hire needs to have. Since a human asset is considered to be the most important asset of a business, we are going to start with how to recruit the best. I will cover several different strategies for doing this. A lot of time, effort, and money can go into hiring, so it is important to get only the best we can. Once we've covered recruiting, I will share some strategies with you on how to retain the talent you hired. This is very important since you spent valuable time and effort finding the right person. Typically, retaining an existing employee will cost less than the hiring and training process for a new employee, and it will improve the overall performance of your business. In today's ever-changing world of business and technology, hiring the right person for the job can be an enormous task in and of itself. That's why it is important to not only get the right one, but to keep them. So let's talk about attracting talented employees. To have a business or organization that performs at a high level, we have to take the time to make sure that we are hiring the right people. This starts with attracting them to our business. Here are a few ideas from Sky Schooley of Business News Daily. One of the first things we need to do is make sure that we are writing great job descriptions. Your job description shouldn't be just about the needed qualifications, skills, and expectations. We need to remember that we are trying to sell our business to prospective employees. So it's important to make sure we give them a sense of the culture and life that they can have there. We need to make sure that when we do hire, we hire with intention. We need to work deliberately with the intention to identify and recruit a dynamic candidate who matches the hiring manager's requirement and fits into a company's culture. In a survey by Bamboo HR, 31% of workers leave a job within the first 6 months, and 68% of those depart within the first 3 months. Make sure you are offering a competitive wage and benefits package. While it could be argued that this is needed for retention, prospective employees may have no interest in your business if you are not competitive. So those are just a few things that can help in attracting talented employees to your business. While there are many more ways, I want to move on to retaining our talented employees. Retaining talented employees is a very important aspect of running any business. Keeping the talented employees you have is going to be less expensive than constantly hiring and training new ones. It also allows your business to perform at a higher level. So how do you keep them? Mary Pratt and Sharon Florentine from CIO list several ways to retain employees. So one of the first things we have to realize is that retention starts with recruiting. Making sure that we are hiring those that align with our culture is an important part of hiring employees. If they don't fit our culture, or if they have different values, then they are probably not going to stay long. Another thing to do is identify the candidates that are more likely to stay. Find candidates that have longevity at previous jobs. If the person you are looking at has had multiple jobs over the past few years, then this could be an indication that they may not stick around, no matter how perfect of a fit they are. Be competitive with compensation and benefits packages. It's important to stay up to date with what other companies are giving their employees so that you can stay competitive. Take the time to evaluate the benefits package you offer and make sure it is in alignment with organizations like yours. Find ways to be creative with it. Ask the employees for ideas about what they think would be a great benefit. By doing this, you're creating a culture of openness with the employees. Another area to make sure we are being proactive in is to give our employees development opportunities. If someone does not feel that they are being given the opportunity to grow in the company, then they are going to be more likely to look for employment elsewhere. And those are just a few ideas on how to attract and retain employees. So how do you do it? How do you attract and retain talented employees? It is easy to just hire anyone to put a body in the chair. But hiring someone that is qualified and then keeping them is a talent you need to develop to be a successful hiring manager. Making sure we have an accurate job description, hiring intentionally, having a competitive benefits package, and reevaluating it on a regular basis to stay competitive, and providing development opportunities are just a few of the things we can do to help build a successful business organization. The most important thing I believe to do is to be willing to think outside the box. Doing something that no one else is doing could be just the ticket to getting the ideal candidate and keeping them. Colin Powell said, "A dream does not become reality through magic. It takes sweat, determination, and hard work." By putting the hard work in at the beginning, you can help build your organization into a productive and successful one.